And we are live. Hey guys, I'm Wolfie, and today we are going to talk about 49ers versus Raiders, the game that happened yesterday. Just shoot the shit, have a good conversation. If you guys were in my last live or anything like that, I'm going to do things differently this year. Where honestly, I'm going to have subjects. I'm going to talk about things like line up, but as people come in, if people come in, just have a conversation with you guys. Just kind of be a chill, conversation and just like chill out, relax with you guys, right? Like just have a conversation with you guys. Like that's kind of like how streaming is nowadays, anyway, where people just go live and they just, they just shoot the shit with the comments. They watch some videos, look at the news and things of that nature. That's kind of like how things are these days when it comes to being live. And I kind of want to be part of that. I like that more. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more entertaining. I don't want to talk for an entire hour straight and not hear what you guys have to say or read what you guys have to say and not do some fun stuff. Like that's kind of what I want to do. I want to do some fun stuff and, but still talk about things that are important, like the San Francisco 49ers and things around the NFL, of course, right? But yeah, so that's on the agenda today. That's what we're doing. We're talking 49ers versus Raiders, things around the NFL. And then we're going to take a quiz. I know, pop quiz. For those of you guys who weren't here, there's a pop quiz today. Okay. We're going to do, can you name all the San Francisco 49er quarterbacks since 1999, all starting? That means like if a backup started one game, that counts as a starting for the 49ers backups. That counts as a starter for the 49ers since 1999. So we're going to go through that list, see if you guys know the 49ers. I'm not going to be able to name them all, right? I did a little bit of research, so I guess it kind of cheats, but I did a little bit of research, but I'm still not going to get them all. Like there's a lot of them. Hopefully I get the obvious ones. That's really honestly the goal. Try not to cheat, guys, but if you guys did, I can't really stop you, right? So that's really what I end up doing, trying to do a quiz and see if we could do it. Got to do it in under 4 minutes. That's the goal because you're also timed in it. So we'll see how we do. But yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. But actually, before we do that, we're brought to you by water. Water is good for you. It's good for your skin. It's good for your organs. It's good for your bowels. Just all around good for you, right? Your body needs it. I need it. You need it. You got to get a cup of water a day. H2O. It's the way to go. We got to give a shout out to our sponsor. So, Crazy Juice in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Glad you're here, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. 49ers me in the house. Anchu in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Your favorite kicker got the game-winning field goal last night. I'm sure you're stoked. Sponsor is water. H2O. It's the way to go. We're sponsored by water. One in the house. Seems like the 49ers think wide receiver is a bigger need than we do if they're trying to trade for one. Yeah, that definitely seems like the case because I guess we could jump right into that. One is alluding to the fact that we tried trading for John Mechie, and then the Eagles just kind of came in and just swooped it up under the rug for us, which makes sense because Howie Roseman does that. He knows his draft picks. He's a really good GM, man. He is the greatest GM in the entire NFL. Like, you cannot deny that, right? And they end up getting John Mechie. Me personally, in my opinion on the whole John Mechie thing, I think that's a good thing for the Eagles. And even Eagles fans are being like, why did we do that? I don't understand. We got Dotson or whatever. I think John Mechie, isn't a number one, isn't a number two, but he's a bona fide number three. I feel like he's a perfect number three wide receiver. And he still has time to develop as an even better wide receiver than he is now. Because he had to go through leukemia in 2022, and then he was limited in 2023. His real official start to the season was in 2024. His official start to the league where he wasn't limited was in 2024. So really this is kind of like his sophomore year. If you really want to put it in that kind of terms where experience-wise. So this is his real sophomore year is this year, and the Eagles got him. He's still in his development phase, in my opinion. And I think the Eagles got a solid number three guy. That's already. He's got 10.4 yards a catch, right? He 40 catches for 412 yards. I'm not I'm not putting on a pedestal of like, okay, this guy is a number 2 or number 3 or he's a star. That's not the pedestal I'm putting on. But John Mechie as a number 3 is solid. He has that potential. Like I said, 10.4 yards a catch, with only 40 catches his entire career so far. So he hasn't even had the opportunity to really kind of go off, right? So I would have loved if we got John Mechie. Honestly, I would have loved it. I think that would have been a good addition. It really depends upon what we're going to give up, right? That does matter. But if we got John Mechie, I think that would have helped me feel a bit more comfortable with the wide receiver position, considering all the injuries that constantly are happening. Because the only wide receivers that are kind of stepping up, we know for a fact, are Ricky Pearsall, Russell Gage, right? And then there's another wide receiver that kind of stepped up, Cowing. I haven't seen enough of Cowing as of late. I can't even think of another wide receiver. DeMarcus Robinson looks good. So outside of that, it's really just those 3 wide receivers that's kind of stepped up and showed something. So I want more certainty in the wide receiver position. I'm not going to lie. So getting John Mechie, I think, would have been good. But for the Eagles, man, the cup is already full, right? Like they already have the best offense in the entire league. And they just keep pouring more water in the cup, dude. It just keeps getting bigger, 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 more and more and more. And it's like, Jesus, they're filling out every depth possible. It doesn't even mean it isn't like, because Eagles fans are saying like corner is their number 1 need. Like Eagles fans in comment sections from what I've seen about this trade. Howie doesn't care. If a player is available that will help his team, even if it's not a number 1 need, he'll go out and get it. He went out and got a corner against the Raiders, which I thought was a good corner for what they paid for him. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being a steal. But they're like, you know what? Let's get that number 3 position figured out. Just like Jalen Hurts, dudes has more help than anyone, dude. Best offensive line, top 7 tight end, generational running back, just the number 1 wide receiver core. It doesn't get any better, dude. The only thing that could possibly hold back that Eagles offense at this point is if their new coordinator, which I don't know who it is, their new coordinator is trash, right? If their new coordinator is trash, it's the only thing that would slow them down for the most part. But like if you're a new offensive coordinator, this is the offense you want to run. These are the players you want to roll with. So getting John Mechie, I like it for the Eagles. And of course the Eagles go out and get it, and they don't give up much to get a guy who's going to be a bona fide number 3. I do wish the 49ers got him. I thought it was a loss. Not like our season's over, we didn't get him, but like losing him was like, an L. Just kind of took an L. So, all right. Ice makes it so much better. Ice does. It really honestly does. Like adding ice to this, like I'm not going to hold you back. I'm not going to say ice is definitely a compliment to the water. It's definitely the number 2 on the depth chart, right? If this was a number 1 wide receiver, your number 2 is definitely ice, like 110%. And then your number 3 is like a splash of lime, right? Or a splash of lemon of some kind, right? You know what I mean? Number 2, definitely, without a doubt, complements the water. But this is from my fridge, and it's already cold, so I don't need ice. But it'd be nice. Bay Area Oasis fan in the house. Maybe don't you love me, babe? No, it's not that song. I'll go sing a different song. I'll try to sing Wonderwall. I just took a shit on it. What is that? How does that water song go? And after all, you're my Wonderwall. So. Can we start both Colby and Moss? That might actually happen. Just depends. That might actually happen week 1. Depends upon Pooney's recovery time and Ben Barch when he comes back. That might actually happen. But going back to it, I think Colby and Moss actually make this roster. I think they genuinely do. There was a rep. I can't remember what it was, but there was a rep where the left guard got absolutely obliterated. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it was Drew Moss, who's number 66 on the 49ers. I think it was number 66 on offense. Who is it? Drake Nugent got obliterated on one play. I don't remember who it was, but I remember being like, okay, that guy probably is going to get cut or make the practice squad. Number 66 got obliterated, played left guard in one of the snaps. But Connor Colby, I believe in Connor Colby. Drew Moss has shown some flashes and stuff like that. But that seemed like to be the case. Personally, though, from what I know of Drew Moss and Connor Colby, they're not centers. So I don't know what if Pooty doesn't come back, I could see how that could happen. But both of them can't start because they can't play tackle either. They're guards. Those are bona fide guards. There's only technically one guard position open. So, but I love from what I've seen from Connor Colby. Absolutely love it. Larry's been saying for a while, and I 100% agree. Let's get Romeo Doubs. They have enough wide receivers already. I like Romeo Doubs. Like I do. I like his potential and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that's the wide receiver that's having injury concerns. He has had multiple concussions. I think he's been injured a lot. And I think we have enough injury-prone wide receivers. I don't think adding him to our team right now, considering how cursed we are. I do think we should go out and get a wide receiver, but I don't know if Romeo Doubs is that guy that would fit the situation right now. But that's just me personally. If it works out and he can stay healthy and not have concussions and stuff, there's potential for him to be a good wide receiver for sure. But the bro cannot protect his head. He cannot protect his dome. He's constantly getting hurt. So I'm not entirely on board with Romeo Doubs in particular. Maybe Christian Watkins, if he's available, probably go out and get him, get a speedster guy, something like that. But I think whoever is the most – there's someone on the Packers in particular that's constantly hurt, got concussions, and I'm pretty sure that's Romeo Doubs. And I totally forgot to say this. Steve-O in the house! Barry Oasis fan in the house! All right, I gave you a shout-out, 49ers me. Wolfie, is this your favorite shirt? It's my favorite Go Live shirt. Like, I try to look good for you guys. I try to put on the good shirts and stuff. Sometimes I'll just wear a green shirt, basic tee that you get at Target, the $5, $8 tee, how much it is now. Black shirt, or a white shirt, whatever it is. But for the most part, if I have a clean shirt or whatever, a nice polo, or if I didn't get too fat for my recent, too fat for my clothes right now, I'll put that shirt on. But this one seems to fit. So, and it's nice. So I try to look good for you guys. I try to look presentable, right? Like that quality. All right. Quality. I need to come out with a wife beater. That's gonna be. That's what I should do. That's what Anshul wants. Anshul wants me to come out with a wife beater. I want to see Jacob Cowling. I want to see Jacob Cowling too. I need to see more of this guy. I genuinely do. But I mean, considering he had that hamstring injury, I think day one of training camp, and he just recently came back. We might see him during the preseason, but there's definitely a possibility where we won't see him at all. Like, it just depends. It just honestly depends. But I really want to see more of Cowling. I really do. But that injury, the starting training camp, really held him back. I only trust Larry on trades with Washington. Explain that. Because now you're talking about like Terry McLaurin. And I don't know if that would ever happen. Right? So that's never happening. So yeah. I was thinking the Commanders would the NFC East because of the curse, but no. I think the Eagles are going to break it and win again. I don't know what you're referring to there. Strawberry Reacts in the house. Shout out. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I still think the Dodos are going to have a step back here. So you're talking about the Seahawks. If you're talking about the Dodos, I think you're talking about the Seahawks. Yeah, I have the Seahawks being last, honestly, in this division, like for sure. I think that they don't they might, like, their offensive line does look better. They got Grace Zavell, who I believe in and who I like. That defense relatively did get better. But their quarterback is Sam Darnold. I don't believe in Sam Darnold, man. They don't have the same quarterback whisperer / offensive setup that the Vikings have, right? Like, I just don't see that happening. And from what I saw from not Joe Milton, Milrow, he's just your running quarterback. He's not very good. So I think quarterback is going to hold him back this year. And I don't think they're going to – I think the Seahawks are going to win about 4 or 5 games. I genuinely believe it. Not even from a hater standpoint, like just truly. Like if I would put money on it, if I could afford to put money on it, the Seattle Seahawks to not have to be last in the NFC West. I want Washington to take the division from Philly, but it's just not going to happen easy as that. Niners for life in the house. I don't think I gave you a shout out. That's my next video is my prediction of because I've already done NFC West predictions, who's going to win that, and I've already done my NFC South. My next one is obviously NFC East, and I've been going back and forth. I'm kind of procrastinating because that one's kind of up for grabs between the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think I'm going to give it to the Eagles for sure, just because I'm more confident in them. They've gotten better, I think. They did a very good job in the offseason. It's really kind of like it really comes down to their offensive coordinator. Do they have a good offensive coordinator or not? Because their defensive coordinator is good. But like, did Washington? The thing is, did Washington take a step forward? And does Jaden Daniels take the step forward? So there's more questions on the Commander side of things, where sometimes a team could have a fluke year, and then the next year, obviously, because it's a fluke year, it's not very good. And that's very possible with the Commanders, right? Like they could have a huge down year, especially considering if you go down the list of the quarterbacks they played. And there was a list I saw, I can't remember what it was, but there was a list of quarterbacks that they played that weren't very good, right? And so I think I'm going to say I'm most likely this is going to be my order for the NFC East. It's going to be Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, and Philly. Philly makes the playoffs. But there is a part of me, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to make this proclamation, and I'm not going to, say this is what's going to happen just yet, but I have a hot take. I think there's a possibility the Commanders do not make the playoffs this year. And I haven't decided if I want to declare that yet, if I want to take that shot, shoot that shot, say that hot take yet, but it's crossed my mind where there's a possibility that the Commanders – if they don't take a step forward, there's a huge potential that they might take a huge step back, especially it being Jaden Daniels' sophomore year. And it could be a fluke season from them last year, things of that nature. But I do think the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be good this year. I genuinely think – and it's very hard as a 49ers fan to, be credible because we're rivals and I hate the Cowboys and stuff, so everyone's going to be like, you're just a hater. But I genuinely think the Cowboys are not going to make the playoffs. Like, I'll say that now, confidently. I'm confident the Dallas Cowboys are not going to make the playoffs this year. I genuinely believe that. Not take away the hate, take away all that. I do not believe in Brian Schottenheimer. I do not believe in their coaching staff whatsoever. From what I've heard about their offensive line, hasn't been as good as prior years, from what I've heard. They might be able to get some good passing game. They still have Ferguson. They still have CeeDee Lamb. They now pick up Pickens. So Dak Prescott has the weapons, but they don't have the running back either. Their starting running back is Javonte Williams. So they don't even have a running back really. There's just not enough. And that defense, I don't really believe in that defense, right? It's over advertised as this great defense. It's just not the same anymore, right? Especially with Michael Parsons holding out less reps. That's going to take time for him to come back. Trayvon Diggs is not that good. He's fallen off since ACL tear, which is definitely possible when you have an ACL tear. I don't believe in that defense. And all they really have on offense is a passing game, and that's if their offensive coordinator is good at calling plays, which I've heard is supposed to be Brian Schottenheimer, who was the offensive coordinator of the year prior, who wasn't very good. So I think, honestly, and I'm not going to say this yet, but I think there's a possibility the Giants actually might be better than the Cowboys. That might be falling into hater territory, but there's a possibility that the Cowboys are going to be worse than the Giants because the Giants so far have looked good. I know it's just preseason, but you could see when it comes to preseason, you could see talent, right? You could see how the players play, the chemistry, things of that nature. The Giants look like they're having a good time. Jackson Dart is looking good. Even Russell Wilson is looking relatively good himself. The defensive line that they've gotten as of late with Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carr's look amazing. Brian Burns on the other side. Like, they have a lot going on that defensive line, and like, there's a possibility the Giants might end up being better than the Dallas Cowboys. Call me crazy. I'm not going to declare it. I'm not going to make a video on it like that. But I think that's definitely something that's potential. But Philly should win that division, like 100%. Like, they honestly should win that division, like, easily. Taylor Swift for the halftime. Do it. Yes, sir. Yep. Maybe. What's that? Why keeps it going to that song? Maybe it's you're gonna be the one that saves me. Hey, yeah. For sure. If the Dodos run into the Bucks in the playoffs, it's 90% chance they get eliminated. Or Dodos Eagles. For some reason, the Bucks just have the Eagles number. For sure. Maybe you're gonna be the one that saved me. And after, thank you, Strawberry. Yeah. There you go. And after all, you might wonder, well, I can play it on guitar. I could play that song on guitar, straight up. I can play a lot of songs on guitar, but ask me to sing, not so much. Drake Nugent, funny enough, had the 5th highest PFF grade on the offense. It just depends. I think it was if there's a highlight. You can go watch it if you want. There's a highlight of a throw, and I think it's from Brock Purdy or it's from Chris. It could have been from Carter Bradley. I don't know, but there's a pass over to the left side post, and dude's open. If you go back and watch it, the guard for the 49ers gets absolutely obliterated. I'm pretty sure it's Drake Nugent. I'm pretty sure. He gets he is blown. He falls to the ground, gets obliterated. No, Christian Watson is the one with the injuries, not Dobbs. I could have sworn Dobbs. He has the concussion issues. Christian Watson is the one who has injury concerns. Okay, but I'm certain Dobbs is the one with the concussion issues. I'm pretty sure. I'm confident. Do you think this D-line will be one of the lead leaguers in sacks? No. It's too young, and it's way too early to kind of make that kind of prediction for this young rookie D-line. But I do think that this D-line can be good, right? You don't have to be the lead leaguer in sacks to be good, right? Or even to be great. That's like elite. That's an elite trait kind of type thing to be top 5 and that kind of stuff. But I do think that this D-line has potential to be good. All right, I wouldn't say league leaders. I think that's very hopeful, right? You're really asking Robert Saleh to scheme it up more than what you would expect a rookie to do, right? Like, I just feel like Mikkel's going to make mistakes, Collins is going to make mistakes, CJ West is going to make mistakes. I mean, Huff would have to go off, and so would Nick Bosa for that to happen. Like, those two players would have to have both incredible years to be like league leaguers in sacks. But I think there's just too many rookies on that D line to say that we'll be elite leaders in sacks. Maybe like top 10. I can see top 10. That's probably where I'll go. Furthest I'll go. I wish Shanahan would have used Cowling more last year, but he just wouldn't do it. 49ers media is on board with that. Anshul's like, yeah, man, we should use him more. But I think he just doesn't think he was ready, right? Like, he just wasn't connecting with Brock Purdy enough. But this is supposed to be the year where he's supposed to pop off because, they had the offseason time with Brock Purdy. Like, they caught passes together in the offseason, Brock Purdy and Cowling with Ricky Pearsall. And you saw the Ricky Pearsall connection, how that was going. And it would have been Cowling's preseason, I feel like. I think Cowling would have been featured a lot more in this preseason, these past 2 preseason games, if he did not have that injury at the start of training camp. I promise you Cowling would have been a lot more featured in these preseason games if it wasn't for that. It really held him back. It really honestly did. But it's not too late for Cowling. It's really honestly not, especially with all these wide receivers constantly getting hurt. He might be able to come back preseason next week and perform. I don't think he's suited up at all I don't think he even suited up for a game. Because I don't think he's ready for like I've heard he's back, but he's not like fully participating. But I could be wrong. But I think with this wide receiver group and how it's not going to start get going until Demarcus Robinson comes back, like week 4 or whatever, you'll probably see Cowing week 1, week 2, week 3. Like that's what you can't see him. I wish Shanahan. I am the same way. I was wearing a nice collared shirt during my live, especially if it's during the day. You gotta look good. You gotta look good for the peeps. You gotta look good for the people that support your show. You know what I mean, right? Like if I had hair, I'd have it all gelled to the side. You know, right? Chase Young. I never liked Chase Young. I gotta ban this user. Enough with the Terry McLaurin. Yeah, that's not happening at all, dude. That's never happening. Sup, Wolfie? Salvador in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We need a mod. Where is Papa J, man? Where's the J Papa? Strawberry reacts. He didn't get any team reps when he returned last week. If he gets team reps in practice this week, then he might get some run in the preseason game. I hope so, man. I really want to see some cowing. I need to see some cowing. I like Russell Gage. I like what I saw from Ricky Pearsall. Who else that's out there? Demarcus Robinson looks good. We need to get more vibes, more look from cowing for sure. Like everyone's aching for it. There was a guy on, I can't remember, I think it was on YouTube or it was on TikTok. I don't remember. Someone commented saying, "Oh, who cares about cowing? Him being hurt. Who gives a crap?" I was like, dude, are you a 49ers fan? Like, we love cowing. We want to see cowing. All right. Like, what are we talking about here? This is a big deal. Him getting hurt is a big deal. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't want to see cowing. Like, you new here? Right? The cowing disrespect was brutal. I was like, I've never seen that before. Ever, dude. But yeah, I want to see some cowing. See some cow tipping. Wolfie, you made it big. We have bots. Yep, dude. That is the sign that you're kind of blowing up a little bit. And it's because of you guys. Apology to the mod, but he's not here. No. Might have to promote one of you guys as mod. Might have to throw one of you guys in here as mod. No, I'm talking about the Eagles. I call the Seahawks the Seagulls. Oh, okay. The Dodos. Okay, I can see that. I get the bird kind of mixed up. I knew it was either the Seattle Seahawks or it was possibly the Eagles. For sure. I think Donald was a Kevin O'Connell merchant last year, and he'll get exposed without him. I agree. I think Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer. I think he's a really good head coach to that too as well. And also, you got to look at that supporting cast. You know, yeah. So I agree with you. I think Sam Donald's going to take a huge step back this year. So I think Seahawks take us wild. They're still going to win 9-ish games, but Donald's going to hold them back from going to the playoffs. 9-ish games. 9 games for the Seahawks? Man, I want to make a bet. I wish I had money. I'd bet you one. I would bet you, brother. I'm so confident, dude. They're not going to go positive, right? They might get 7 games. 7. Like, they might get 7 games. 9? No, they're not going positive. They're definitely not going positive. I promise you, dude. Hold me to it. Like, remind me later on in January, obviously, because that's when we'll know. Like, hold me to it. Or if they've crossed the 7 win mark, let me know. Tell me I was wrong and tell me how stupid I am and stuff like that. Give me the shit. Hold me accountable. All right? Hold me accountable for my takes, especially if they're hot ones. I'm telling you right now, the Seahawks are not going to win more than 7 games. I'm hold it to me right now. I agree. Their defense could be good, and Donald will be good enough to believe in him, and then shit the field when it matters. Watch, dude. You guys are giving that defense. You're giving that Seattle team way too much credit, man. I'm telling you, dude, they're not gonna do it, bro. They got JSN at wide receiver, and I believe that's it. I don't believe in him, man. I don't believe in him. I think Deebo's gonna have a bounce back year. I mean. I wouldn't say like he's going to have a bounce back year, but I do think that Deebo being with the Commanders is a good spot for him, considering what they do, which is a lot of screens and sweeps and stuff like that for that offense for the Washington Commanders. So I think it's a good fit, even a better fit than he would be with the San Francisco 49ers. So I do think he's going to play better than he did if they just use those jet sweeps and screens. But I don't think he's gonna break out. I don't think it's gonna be a crazy year or anything like that. I think Debo's done. I think Debo's washed. I've seen Debo. Debo wants to get back and be that guy again for sure, based on what I've saw in off-season stuff and how ripped he looks. People are calling him fat, but I think he's just thick-muscled and things of that nature, because I've seen him with his shirt off and stuff like that recently. The dude's ripped. Like, he's just bigger. He's not slim. He's just bigger in terms of muscle. So that's going to slow him down. So I do see him being like not a breakout year, but I do see him making some plays here and there. And there's one thing that I preached about before we traded him, even well, back when the trade request happened and the trade rumors were happening, and I said he should. And if he does have a breakout year, I really do hope that, and I know this is not going to happen, but 49ers fans are just going to constantly say, oh, we should never trade him. See, he's really good with the Commanders, blah, blah, blah. He was never going to be good for us again, right? It was never going to happen. This offense has evolved. It's no longer a Jimmy G-led offense, and this offense has evolved to something else that doesn't fit Deebo Samuel's traits, right? It doesn't fit what he does best. What Cliff Kingsbury could do with him fits him best. And he was never going to play good again for the San Francisco 49ers. Like, that was never going to happen. So even if he does have a breakout year with the Commanders, good for him. But 49ers fans, if we have a down year, or if our wide receivers aren't doing as good or whatever in the passing game or things of that nature, this is going to come back, and a lot of people are going to bring it up like, oh, we should never got rid of Deebo. And it's like, Deebo wasn't doing anything for us. What are you talking about? Last year, he didn't do anything for us. He was a liability, right? He hasn't been good since, like, he had a drop-off in 22 and 23, of course, but he hasn't been good since before the Super Bowl, because that's when he had a drop-off, was the Super Bowl, where he went 3 for 11 targets in 2023. That's where that Super Bowl, and then in 2024, he was absolutely atrocious when we needed him the most. Oh, hey, whoa. Hey. Sorry, guys, my cats. Hold on one second. Hey. Go. Hey. Ugh. I'll be right back, guys. My cats are like fighting each other. Give me 1 second. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm currently watching my friend's cat, and she doesn't get along with my cat, and they fight. And so they just end up fighting each other. So had to kick her off into the room. Sorry about that. Who's this? Going to kick this guy, ban this user there. Boom. All right, let's get back to these comments. Sorry about that, guys. Cats were attacking each other. So I had to break it up and put one into the room. Yeah. She doesn't get along. She does not get along with my cat. And they fought each other. So let's go back to some of these comments. But anyway, back to it. All right, back to the situation here. Deebo is not going to play good for us, and he never will again. So I hope I know it's going to happen, but I really hope it's not blown out of proportion where it's like, okay, we should have got rid of him. It's like, no. I just think Philly is more balanced team than Washington. Yeah, they're a lot more. They have way more depth, Matt. Right? Like from the top to the bottom, they're straight up, like just they're way more set. That team is going to go far. If any team is going to regress, it's Washington. I do agree. I think there is a high potential that Washington could regress. Like I said, like they have a fluke year or whatever. There's potential that they could regress. But I think Dallas Cowboys are going to regress even more. So I'm confident in that. And I think the Giants are going to be better this year than they were last year. So does that make the Dallas Cowboys worse than the Giants this year? I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say that. But I would most likely put Washington at second, even if they regress. I feel like Washington's going to be the second team, even if they do regress a little bit. Debo is going to have a big games, but an underwhelming year overall for sure. I think that too. And he'll miss at least 3 games with injuries that you can count on it. Absolutely count on it. If Terry stays, Washington will still go to the playoffs and parts of their defense and O-line improved. It's so weird that they have this. It's so weird that they have this issue with Terry McLaurin. Like, you pay the guy, right? Is it coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I know Adam Peters left like before the Ayuk thing. I understand that, right? That year he went to the Commanders and we had the whole Ayuk situation. And then we signed John Lenore in November and we're like, oh, maybe things are changing. Adam Peters seems to have adopted the 49ers way of signing players, it seems. Based on, because if you guys remember, 49ers, when they first started off with Kyle Shanahan and the John Lynch era, they signed a bunch of old players. They were just like, let's just get this team to seem relatively good. Let's get some vets that could be good leaders for young players. It seems to me Adam Peters kind of picked up the whole John Lynch philosophy. I know that the 49ers now are different, where they're actually paying players. They're actually doing something with the cap. They're getting it in there early now. While Adam Peters, I think, is just another John Lynch in that aspect, because to not pay Terry McLaurin, even if you have to overpay for him, Debo cannot be your number one wide receiver. That cannot happen. If that happens, the Commanders are definitely regressing. Like, I'm telling you. Hot take, the Cowboys will miss the playoffs, but Dak will be an MVP candidate. Oh, shit. So kind of like – so you're saying that – so it's kind of like what Joe Burrow did, where he missed the playoffs, but he was practically an MVP candidate. Is that what you're saying? I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far, but I think they missed the playoffs too. I think 2 years straight they missed the playoffs. I'm going to say this right now. I'm very scared to go up against the Giants defense week 9, especially with their horrible offensive line. It depends, man. I'm looking forward to – I'm going to keep track of that and keep my ears open, eyes open for that Giants D-line coming up, because that D-line, it does look scary. Like, I'm not going to ignore that. That does look scary, but in Trent Williams, only Trent Williams is there. Connor Colby gets better, right? And Pooney's better. So you stop Dexter Lawrence, but you still have Brian Burns to worry about with McKivitz. So, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's definitely some concerns there. One, their team's old, though. Injury risk, a much tougher schedule. They could go 0-8, 10-7, and still miss the playoffs. NFC Seahawks went 10-7 last year and miss the playoffs. I think the Seahawks are going to go 7. Around 7. They're definitely going to go 7, 8 tops, but they're not going to go positive. Drake Nugent wasn't playing when Brock was out there. Must have been Bradley. Okay. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 66. I'm pretty sure it was Drake Nugent. Someone got absolutely obliterated, dude. They got casted into the Shadow Realm. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference if you guys don't know. He got casted into the Shadow Realm. It was crazy. I think D-line will be way better this year than our D-line last year now that we have solid. I agree. Absolutely agree. 110%. Like, the scheme alone changes the game. Absolutely. Yes, Cowie needs to be used more, man. Yeah, he does. I can't wait. And I know you want to see him. I know you've been Cowing's biggest supporter. The day that we drafted him, man, I've seen that video. You showed me that clip, man. You need him. I understand. You're like, I need to see this guy so bad, dude. Val in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you, Val. Showing some love. Showing some love. I see you. Don't worry. I saw you. 49ers throwback in the house. 49ers comment OG, man. So when you see Larry Kruger, you see him with Derek Lombardi, everyone knows this guy, man. Appreciate you showing some love, brother. OG up in here. Kyle won't do that. Hey, we're showing love. That's what I like to see. All right. Incognito. Oh, shit. I see what you did there. I see. I can see Pearsall going off this year, maybe even overtaking 3rd and 1. Yeah, 110%. Like, if we can figure out this whole – my question for you guys is, because honestly, I can't even make a decision on it. So, like, my question for you guys is, do you think that Juan is actually just faking the injury and Juan has agreed to keep it under wraps while the 49ers agree to keep it on wraps while they try to figure out the whole contract situation? Or do you actually think he's hurt? I absolutely cannot decide. I genuinely can't. Because I think he's like, it's possible he's hurt, but it happened at such a weird time, right? It happened at such a unique time where it's like, oh, contract dispute. Oh, he didn't ask for a trade, but he asked for a trade, but he didn't ask for a trade. He does a hold in, but he doesn't do a hold in. He actually practices, but then he gets hurt and kind of seems fine on the sidelines. And it's such a funky vibe, you know? It's such a funky vibe. So Papa J in a different time zone now. I ain't a fan of Cowling, but I definitely want to see him got. Though I need him to change my view on him. I'm not as high on Cowling as everyone else is, but like if he's been practicing with Brock Purdy and stuff like that, and he's got that speed, I'm not as high as as Onshul is, right? Or some people in this chat are, but there's potential there. There's something that is either I need to know if he's bad. That's what I'm trying to say. I need to know if he's bad or good or bad. I need to know, right? He's a fourth round pick. He's a 4th round pick that had a lot of promise, especially in the draft where everyone was playing good, and he's the only question mark at this point. Is he actually good or not? And this was supposed to be his year, so it's just I need to see what he's got. I need to see what this guy is. All right, this is his time. This is his time, and it just sucks that he got hurt at the really bad time. So, Seahawks O-line looks pretty good. They got better. They definitely got better. That's one thing I don't like about Shanahan. He doesn't know how to use his young depth players. It's all about, with him, man, it's all about trust. He has to trust you. And do I blame Kyle for that? Not really. But you also got to take risks, right? Sometimes put him in the fire is the best way to go. And that's just not what he does. That's not his philosophy. He has to see it before he puts him out there. I see why, but I don't agree with it. We got so many running back injuries, apparently. Oh, dude. Jordan James, okay. Isaac Grindo, Kiner, Patrick Taylor. Dude, I made a short recently where I just went off on the injury bug for the San Francisco 49ers, dude. It is – I have never seen – the season hasn't even started yet, and I believe 25 or 26 players are injured right now. If I remember correctly, I saw that. I made a video on it, and I said that, but I'm pretty sure I saw someone post how we have 25, 26 injuries, including people with season-ending injuries like Dillard and Kevin Givens, right? So that's a lot. That is a lot of injuries, dude. Before the season even starts, you barely have half your team, right? It's crazy, dude. I've never seen anything like this where I'm scared for the season, where if this curse carries over into the season, bleeds over into the season, it might be a rough one. It might be a rough one for sure. The injury bugs is crazy. Kiner, the moment Kiner looks good, Boom, gets hurt, right? Grendo looked good last year. He's ready to go. Boom, shoulder injury. Patrick Taylor, someone who's just supposed to be like a safety blanket running back that, doesn't really do anything amazing, but he's not the worst thing in the world. Boom, gets hurt. It's almost as if like Christian McCaffrey like casts a spell being like, all right, I'm going to be back, but I'm going to sacrifice all these running backs so that Christian McCaffrey can come back fully healthy. There's like some witchcraft going on. The injuries in general are just crazy bad. I mean, the Seahawks have a similar schedule to the Niners. They play the NFC and AFC South too. They could probably get about 5 or 6 wins right there. I'm pretty sure they play different teams too as well. I'm pretty sure they play different teams, but I don't think. All right, we'll see. Hold me to it. I'm confident. Seattle Seahawks are not going to win more than 8 games, like tops. They're not going to go positive. I would bet money on the Seahawks thing too, but I'm also broke. That defense is good, but Darnold will hold them back. That's the thing. Like that offense, I don't trust that offense, right? The defense, yeah, maybe sort of. It's like, all right, I think it's going to be mid. I think it's going to be good, not great, not elite, right? But I don't trust that offense whatsoever. Absolutely don't trust that. Debo crybaby, yeah, ever since that tweet, that tweet situation for sure. Tyler in the house. What up? That's crazy. That's why I don't have cats. That's why I don't have. That's why when you get a cat, especially go to the pound, you got to get them together, right? If you introduce a new cat that hasn't, if you get a new cat while you already own a cat, the cat you currently have is going to think this is my domain, and you're bringing someone new in here into my domain, and so they'll feel like like protect their shit, or that cat is going to feel like they need to steal that cat's domain. It becomes like a whole thing, and yeah. So when you guys heard that, I was like, you guys probably heard the cat. I was like, oh my god, it scared the shit out of me. One time, not to go on a whole other rant about the cat stuff, but one time I was sleeping, and I just hear under my bed, and I'm like, oh my god. I was so scared. The Commanders are going to use Debo to the ground. Then he's not going to make. Then he's definitely going to miss like 5-6 games for sure. He is used. He is a used product at this point. He's a used product at this point. If you guys haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Every single one matters, and I cannot do it without you guys. So please hit that like button, support the channel. Yeah. Let's go, Chiefs. Says Tyler Helton. I wish you the best, man. I also think the AFC West will be competitive as well. Who's in the AFC West? I never remember AFC teams. Like, I don't know why. Chargers, yeah, that'll be competitive. Broncos look good. Chargers have potential there. Not the biggest Herbert guy, but you got Jim Harbaugh. And I think Jim Harbaugh is a good coach. And obviously Patrick Mahomes. I think that would be 2. I think the Raiders kind of like the outside looking in out of the 4. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders turn out to be good. Right? Like Pete Carroll did good things with Geno Smith. Like he did good things with Geno Smith. And so like the quarterback is not going to be the issue for the Raiders. It's that offensive line. Is that offensive line going to be okay? But Pete Carroll has always had a bad offensive line. So he knows how to work with that. So the Raiders might be sneaky good. I know we just beat them or whatever, but it's just preseason, so it's not the same. But Pete Carroll knows how to use Geno Smith. So I agree. I think the AFC West can be hard to predict. I think Patrick Mahomes, out of all the times in his entire career in the AFC West, I think this one might be the most challenging. Oh God, these stupid bots! I know that's the curse of growing, man. That's the curse of growing. Chiefs will still win the division, but I think Broncos couldn't have a shot at it. Yeah, I'll still give it to the Chiefs, of course. Like, I'm never counting out the Chiefs. I am absolutely never, ever counting out the Chiefs. I'm sorry, I just cannot do it. Yeah, I still think the Chiefs are going to win their division. It's just kind of. It just seems like you can never count out Patrick Mahomes. Like if he seems like he's going to lose the division, he's going to win the last 5 games, and then somehow magically whoever's in the lead of that division is going to lose their games. It's just the black magic of the Chiefs, man. The whole Adam Peters versus Kyle really pisses me off. Really? Why is that? I don't know what's going on with JJ, but I still think he'll play week 1 with or without a contract. I think so too. Like Juwan Jennings is not. Yeah, he signed a contract last year, so you could say it's kind of being a diva to an extent, but it's not that bad, right? Like there's an extent of being a diva. Every wide receiver is going to kind of do something. A player is going to kind of do something when they feel like they need a new contract or whatever. That's just inevitable. It's just like, how bad is it? What's the extent of it? I do agree. I think Juwan Jennings' calf is going to be better, and he's going to be back week 1, like with or without a contract. I agree with that assessment. 1, I do 110%. Somehow Peters got all the credit for anything good this organization did while he was here, while deflecting all the blame. Yet the 49ers have had their best draft since Peters left. Good point. Good point, Strawberry. That's 110% true. Every single time the 49ers drafted a good player, everyone said it was Peters, which I don't know why they say that. Like, I think Peters was responsible for one of our good picks. I don't remember who it was, but I think there was like an article came out. He was responsible for one of our good picks that turned out to be a steal. And so everyone just assumed every good player that we got was an Adams Peters pick. I think that's what happened. Did you see Purdy throwing? That got me a little bit of goosebumps. I saw that. That got me a little excited, dude. Not going to lie. I know it's not the same as on pads. He's not going to be ready for contact and all that stuff, but it's good to see that Ayuk isn't slacking. He's actually going out there, putting the work in to try to get better and try to, be ready for the team as soon as possible. And you could tell that he wants to get back into shape and he wants to compete again. Like I'm really psyched about Ayuk and what he's been doing. Like, props to him. And thankfully he could be phoning it in. He could just be like, well, I'm hurt, so I'm just going to sit at home and just wait. No, he's in the team meetings from what I've heard. You see him at practice all the time. He's practicing his routes, trying to get his legs ready for it. He's there at games and pre-warm-ups, stuff like that. Like, I shout out to Ayuk, and I seeing Purdy throw to him it's something I really like to see. So that way when Ayuk comes back, he has, something to work with momentum-wise when it comes to working with Purdy. Like you got to have that familiarity. And with Ayuk coming back and catching those passes right now, even though they're not against actual man coverage, one-on-one plays, stuff like that, he's still keeping it fresh, right? He's still keeping up with it. So keeping up that, trying to build some momentum so when he comes back, there's some familiarity and he doesn't lose that connection with Purdy. And so I do like what he's doing. And just a shout out to him. Do you have any concerns about Pooney missing week 1? I sure as hell do. That Seahawks defense shouldn't be underestimated. I do. I genuinely – did you see his leg, man? They're saying it's like a basic what was it, like a basic strain or sprain or whatever. Like, it's not like not an actual tear. I don't know, man. That shit, like, if you saw his leg, dude, it was like I can't do it with my fingers, but like it was as he was walking, his leg was caving in. This is his kneecap. It was going this way, not that way. It was like step. Like, Pooney looked bad, dude. I'm actually genuinely concerned. I am with you, one. But yeah, I to talk about the game real quick, because we still haven't really talked about it. And I can't believe I agree with this, but I agree with Grant Cohn. I agree with Larry Krueger. Why is he taking special team snaps? Why are you taking special team snaps? That shouldn't be a thing. Like, that is especially in preseason. Like, he should not be there. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that either. Like, he doesn't need that rep, right? It could have been avoidable. I don't know why he was out there. I have no idea. Connor ankle looked just like Mooney's last year. I thought it was broken. I thought his foot was broken. When I saw, because it looked like his foot was like turned a little bit, right? Like, am I the only one that saw that? His foot, his ankle looked disjointed. It looked like it was bent a little bit and a little bit to the right. But apparently it's just a high ankle sprain. But I swear to God, his ankle looked broken to me. But yeah, he's apparently going to miss a few weeks, probably going to miss week 1. But Connor was looking like our third to second best running back for sure. Like, it's actually a huge loss losing him. Not a huge loss, but it's definitely a loss. CMC has activated his trap card. How you are right, Wolfie. I would love for the Seahawks to be ass and finish last, but not so ass they finish top 10. Like that where they just missed out on that great player in the draft, right? Like where they just like kind of like us, where we were kind of like just on the fringe. What was our pick? Our pick was 11. Yeah, we had pick 11. So like they need to get like pick 12, pick 13, right? Somewhere around there. 14 would be even better. Somewhere around that general area. That would be nice. But I think they're going to get about 7-8 wins. Raiders offense might be fine, and that defense will be bad. Their secondary is trash. That trash secondary made Carter Bradley look decent. That's true. That's true, especially since they traded away their number one corner. I don't know why they did that. This has to be a rebuild year for them, without a doubt. Jennings is not the selfish, spoiled brat like Ayuk was last season. I agree. I think he's going to play week 1, like 110%. I appreciate Juan for keeping the whole thing ambiguous. Is it a hold-in or an injury? Who knows? But that's a good thing. It keeps the things down. That's true. That's true. I just don't know. Caleb wearing his socks down is pissing me off. I'm guessing you're talking about Caleb Williams. I can give you one guess. His name rhymes with Rant Cone. Rant Roan. I think whatever strife BA had with the 49ers has been solved. On a YouTube post, he called John as his friend, and he's been in the team meetings and all. Exactly. I saw that post too. He called him, he's like, my good friend, John Lynch. So it doesn't seem like animosity is actually there. So it's good to see. Wolfie, I'm so high expectations for KSU Chiefs. I can't wait to see destroy that Los Angeles Chargers. Good luck, man. I think you could do it. Your team's going to win for sure. Your expectations every year, as long as Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Steve Spagnuolo are on your team, right? The expectations is Super Bowl, so they should be high, always. He was sitting on the bench and walking without a brace. I think we're talking about Pooney here. Hot take: Mahomes wins MVP this year. I don't think he has a good enough supporting cast. Like Mahomes would have to go off, like crazy off. Connor might end up being a red shirt IR year. That's definitely possible. Like the 49ers could just be like, let's stash him for a year and not force him back. But like, man, I wanted this. Realistically speaking, with Christian McCaffrey on the roster, as long as Christian McCaffrey's on the roster and he's healthy and he can play, you're not going to see Corey Kiner. Like, you're never going to see him anyway. Like, Kyle Shanahan and how he feels about Christian McCaffrey. There was a time where Kyle Shanahan did running back by committee. Whoever was hot, he would put out there, and that's how he rolled, right? With Christian McCaffrey on the squad, no, absolutely not. We'll barely see Isaac Guerrero, like barely, as long as Christian McCaffrey is out there. But if Christian McCaffrey turns out to get injured, then we probably would end up seeing Corey Kiner. But I think I definitely agree with you, Strawberry, that at some point Kiner might actually end up on the IR. And that's kind of sad. They're probably going to want to stash him. But I also don't want them to do that, because what if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt? Like I said, what if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt? There's definitely a possibility of that. You're down to Guerrero, who's already injury prone. And then you got Corey Kiner. I guess you got Jordan James. You're definitely not going to redshirt him. He's gonna come back, but I would not be confident with just Jordan James and Isaac Guerrero if Chris McCaffrey got hurt. I would not be confident. Just to stash him, yeah. No red shirt. PUP, maybe. I think Kyle Murray, he is a bust. I agree. I think Kyle Murray's not. He had a hot start. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he had a hot start, but then I just don't think. I think he needs a fresh start. Kyle Murray needs a fresh start. That's what he needs. I was watching Kruger today, and he said that Chase Lucas won't make the roster, and I swear if that happens, I will lose my mind. I saw that too. He's been saying that. Why? What makes you think he's not going to make the roster? Like he's done a lot more than just play good and to the point where he's going to get picked up by another team if he doesn't make the roster. I promise you, he played way too good in the preseason for someone not to pick him up, right? Like, it's going to be a guarantee that some team's going to pick him up. Robert Saleh knows how to use this guy, right? And he was talking about how Chase Lucas is not good in coverage, even though he got a pick in man coverage. So I don't know how that works. Like, he was talking shit about Chase Lucas, and I'm like, what are you talking about? These past 2 preseason games, man, he's been a stud. He's like the third star. He's like the third or fourth star last game. And the game before that, he was the number 1 star, right? Like, if we get rid of him, especially if he balls out in the 3rd preseason game, if he balls out in the 3rd preseason game and we get rid of him, that'd be absolute bullshit. I really honestly, and I'm not trying to talk shit about Larry Krueger, but sometimes, man, I don't know where these takes come from sometimes, where I saw that. He really did say that Chase Lucas isn't going to make this team. That would be mind-blowing. I would be genuinely shocked, like, if he did not make this team. There's a lot of players, like Mordecai, all that getting cut kind of shocked me a little bit. Nair being cut kind of shocked me a little bit, stuff like that. I think Lucas getting cut, like before the preseason game and stuff like that, I would say, yeah, he's probably not going to make the team, probably be a practice squad guy. But here's why I think it's not just the preseason. The reason why he's going to make the roster, you know, how he did it with what he did as a backup nickel, right? In that first game, in that second game, he's a good special teamer as well. And this 49ers team needs a special teams, like wherever they can get a special teams. So why would they cut a special teams ace? Why would they cut a guy who showed promise as a backup nickel to Upton Stout? Out of all the corners on this team, not named Lenore and Green, right? He's the one that's popped off the most. He's the one that showed up the most. Why would you get rid of a guy that is your backup nickel, has shown potential as a backup nickel, and your special teams ace? That wouldn't make any sense, right? So I'm confident the man's going to make the roster. Like, I really don't know why Larry Krueger said that. I think maybe he accidentally said it and then rolled with it, but I genuinely don't see how you see those 2 preseason games and think to yourself, yeah, this guy is not making the roster. Like that would be crazy. Let's see what we got here. Steve-O, I could see them doing it just to stash him for a year and not have to worry about losing him to waivers and then put him on next, maybe take the spot of a Patrick Taylor Jr. Yeah. He's on the team for sure. We'll need him. Yeah, Chase Lucas, man. He's made this team. Like if we cut him, I'll be genuinely upset. One, that is nuts. Larry's been off his rocker this year. Who does that? Who does he think is making it over him? Well, we got like Flowers. Flowers hasn't been bad, but I haven't seen much from Canteen, right? Haven't seen much from Neal. Who else? There's really nobody else. So I don't understand. Taylor's done, yeah. Patrick Taylor's done, yeah. He's done for sure. True Strawberry, I like Krueger, but I feel like a lot of his takes are just trash, to put it nicely. He's been a little I've agreed with him on some things, right? I agree with him about the Jake Moody stuff. We talked about Jake Moody. I agree with him. Like, I don't like what his take on Jake Moody. I agree with that. There was another take I just talked about recently that I also agree with. Putting Pooney out there. But outside of that, man, he's been having some interesting takes for sure. I do think that his take on Moody, though, like, yeah, he made the game winner. Awesome. But his kicks are so inconsistent, right? Like, they're everywhere. Okay? They're all the time everywhere. It's never just like accurate down the middle, like a good kick. It's a lucky he made it kick. Oh my God, it almost hit the left post kick all the time. So I I'm not on board. I don't subscribe to the idea of like giving Moody this, like, oh, he made that one game winner, a 59-yard field goal, when you can count on him later on in the season to possibly lose us a game when we need him to make a kick. Like, he saved his job for another week with that kick. Because if he missed it, like I'm certain he was not going to make his team. Like, he had been cut, and Greg Joseph would be on this team. I agree with that take. But I know that it's reignited some fans. I have seen some fans be like, Jake Moody's back. Yeah. Never doubted him. Yeah, he's our kicker. I'm super excited. I'm super confident. I'm still not confident. Like, I'm super not. When he made that kick, I was like, he's not making this. He's not making this at all. And he made it. So I was like, oh, props to him, man. I was wrong. Good job. Good shit. Right. But I'm still not confident because I don't think he's accurate. I don't think he can make his kicks are everywhere. So I agree with his take on Jake Moody. Where are we at? Comments bust. Stash him. One is nuts. Blah, blah, blah. Taylor. True story. Steven, you know how Kyle prefers his vets. That's true. We talked about that earlier. I bet coach 3 weeks ago, I'll call in if Taylor makes the team. If not, he has to change his shirt. Then dudes get -6 on 4 carries. Yeah, Patrick Taylor's not making the squad after he got hurt. That's not happening for sure. Yo, we are doing good right now. Love the Purdy Pearsall. The Purdy Pearsall duo, that connection, dude, that connection is fantastic. Like, you could clear as day. Like, that connection's on point. And I said in the video saying that if IU comes back and back to normal again, you have 2 number 1 wide receivers that Purdy can connect with really well. So I kind of declare Ricky Pearsall number 1. I don't want to say that yet, but it's kind of looking like it, right? Man, dude. Man, the Ricky Pearsall Purdy thing, phenomenal. I mean, even if it's preseason or not, whatever, 3 straight catches, dude, that's a big deal. That's a big W. I'm super excited about the Ricky Pearsall Purdy duo. Hopefully Ricky Pearsall can stay healthy, though, right? That's a big one. And I think when Ayuk comes back and Pearsall's there and Ayuk's back to normal, Brock Purdy's going to go off. I mean, he's going to go off, dude. Wilson, the vet, though. Do we have someone named Wilson on our team? We don't have anybody named Wilson on our team. I have started his stream lately and then dropping off as soon as the Mac Jones glazing starts. I'm out. Oh my God! All right, I got to stay away from the Mac Jones talk with Strawberry because I don't think he's that bad. I'm not gonna say like he's great and like praise as much as Larry Krueger is or anything like that, but I still think he's a bottom 5 quarterback in this league. Right? He's gonna throw an interception, but then he's gonna throw some passes, make some plays here and there, you know. But I don't think I wouldn't go as far as much as he's praising Mac Jones. I wouldn't go that far because he loves Mac Jones for some reason. I don't know why. Larry wore the same shirt 2 days in a row. Hey, sometimes, man. Hey, I'm going to defend Larry here, man. Sometimes you do laundry, okay? And sometimes that shirt is your favorite shirt, okay? Sometimes you wear a shirt, okay, and you do laundry, and you wear your favorite shirt because you go stream. That's not – no, man. That's not cool. I'm defending Larry on that one, all right? And sometimes that shirt's not gross. Sometimes you just wore that shirt one time for a stream, and that's it. And so you're like, okay, it's barely been used, right? Granted, from what I've seen, Larry Krueger's room, for some reason, Larry Krueger's room, he's always sweating. That's like the only thing I can't defend. Like, I got a fan, right? Like, but it seems like he's always sweating. Like, that dude needs a fan in his room, like, badly. Also, why have the 49ers not cut Yetur Gross-Matos yet? Cutting him will save $7 million and our additions. I forgot about Gross-Matos, dude. I completely forgot about Gross-Matos. I forgot he was on this team, dude. I actually forgot about that, dude. I like him, man. Even though I forgot about him. I like him. I think he can come back and look good, dude. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. He fits the scheme well. He can play inside and outside. Give him a shot. I think Travis Gibson especially might make the roster. I don't know. I think he popped off one time. I didn't hear about him the first preseason game. He just popped off this preseason game. I wouldn't say he does. I wouldn't say so. That's just my prediction. I don't think yet. If next week maybe, but yeah. But I did forget about Gross Matos. I completely forgot about him. Steve-O, he might be talking about the 53 cut rule. You could designate 2 players on IR part of 53 cut and still bring them back. Otherwise, it's season-ending IR. Yeah, you do that. I looked it up today. Unless 53 different in that don't make sense. Moody at 4 year 1, 5 or 6 yesterday, 83%. I said when drafted, I'll take 8 for 10. People complaining about made kicks weird. It's the fact that 26 yarder, yeah, he made it. But if that was a 30 yarder, I agree with Larry. If that was like a 30 yarder, he's not making that. Right? That 53 yarder that he missed wasn't going to be made from 26. That was a terrible kick. That was a brutal kick. And then the rest of his kicks were barely inside the upright. Like, it's just kind of he doesn't have great accuracy. He doesn't have great accuracy. He's not consistent accurately. Right? He has good power. He's got good power. But it's just I've never been confident in his kick. His kicks always get close to the post every single time. Jake Moody doesn't need coaching, just a therapist. His only issue is mentality. Something, dude. Something. I want Moody to be good. Like, I 110% want Moody to be good. But it's not like we drafted him this year and it's like, oh, he just missed a 53 yarder. He's a rookie. He hits a pass. It's what he's done. It's what his reputation is. He has a reputation, and you go off that. And what his reputation is that sometimes he's going to, in his rookie year, we lost the Browns because he missed that kick. We've lost a couple games because he missed a couple kicks. And it's just, sometimes he'll make him. But when you need him the most, half the time, he won't make the kick. That's going to happen with Moody. And that's why I don't believe in Moody in that way, especially considering, like, he's supposed to be like this 3rd round pick, stuff like that. Take that away. Take the whole 3rd round pick thing away. Just him as a kicker and what his reputation is for this team, he's held to a certain standard at that point. And year 3, a lot of eyes are on him. And it's like, hey, kicks are going to come down to you, man. We're going to need you to take a step forward. We're going to need you to be better than you were last year. Yeah, you had an injury, but we also need you to be better than you were year 1 as a rookie, right? There, you need to take a step forward. And Jake Moody hasn't done that. If anything, his kicks do not look good, right? Like, it's that's what matters. His inaccurate kicks at some point do not make it through the uprights. If you told me his kicks that are like wobbly, but his scale never goes beyond the posts, fine. I'm all for it. Like, I'll be like, okay, they're weird, they're everywhere, but they always go up in the uprights. No, they're wobbling everywhere. It's either wobbly going in or wobbly going out. Like, there's no consistency. When you move to the 53 cut, if you have injured players you want to place on IR, you have to put them on the 53-man roster first, which means you risk losing a player to waivers. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. This Cone got to Moody like he did McGlinchey. McGlinchey, man, I still don't think he's good. I still don't think McGlinchey's good. He still gets obliterated with the Broncos. But there are 2 IR designated to return spots that allow you to not use a 53-man roster spot and still return them from IR. It's probably Yatir Gross-Matos at this point, to be honest. We'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. How could you forget about the 49ers legend, Jeff? That's right, Jeff. I was like, is there a Wilson on our team? I forgot about Jeff Wilson Jr. Even though like he was like the running back at the end of the game, like I should know that, but I don't know. Just I don't think Wilson's gonna make this team like at all. He's gonna be our emergency running back. He's someone we need to call. He's gonna have to he's gonna have to be in a hotel for the entire season when we need to call him up, being like, hey, we need you to be our running back, kind of type thing. I don't see Jeff Wilson Jr. Making the squad. But yeah, I totally forgot. About him. Wolfie, how far are you from Levi's? Are you about 9 hours, 10 hours away? I live in Southern Cali, and it's about 9-10 hours away from San Francisco. Yeah, sorry, Wolfie. If you start glazing Mac, I'm not staying. Listen to that shit. I kept it to a minimum, man. I kept it to a minimum. Gross Modos due to return this week. That's good. I want to see Gross Modos, man. He was my guy. He was a signing I was excited for last year and didn't exactly live up to the hype. I'm done with the Gross Modos experience. Travis Gibson was good in both preseason games, and so was Jalen Allen. Nah, man. Nah, dude. We got to see Gross Modos, dude. Gross Modos is absolutely perfect for this team, dude. For this scheme. He can play inside. He can play outside, dude. You guys, all right, I understand. Like, I'm laughing and smiling because it's like I'm defending something that honestly is indefensible at this point, where it's like he's constantly getting hurt. And, there's other players that are kind of showing out preseason. So I really don't have much to stand on, right? But I want to see Gross Monos. He's still my guy. I still believe in him. And I'm the outside looking in here. I'm a minority here. But trust me, stick with the Gross Modos experience. I promise you it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Trust. I like what they're doing. I like the fact they're keeping him. But if you don't believe in him, I totally understand. He hasn't proved anything. His only good game was against the garbage Bears O-line, and he takes up too much cap space. It's just $7 million, and we have $42 million in cap space right now. We don't need the cap space. We're good. I understand about the cap, but like if we need a cap, sure. But we got cap, and that's not cap. How many kickers will lose games for their team this year? Oh, man. I don't know. Really don't. One also good against the run and has inside-outside versatility. His biggest issue is injuries. He was injured all last year, and then when he did return, he got 3 sacks with no Bosa. That's what I'm saying. He's good. He's good, especially for this scheme. Like, he's built for this scheme, right? He's a Mikael Williams-esque player. I'm not saying he is Mikael Williams, but he's a Mikael Williams-esque player. It's a lot of ducks, but if the pass is a completion, what we talk about. But you do say, like, if that pass was trash and the wide receiver had to make an incredible catch, right? Like, you'd be like, okay, that pass was shit, but good thing you got a good wide receiver. Context is context. Like, if it's a shit kick and goes in, you're like, okay, well, next time he makes another kick, it's probably not going to go in. Same thing with the quarterback. If he throws the ball and he throws another ball like that again, he's probably not going to get another catch because the wide receiver is going to have to make another incredible catch. A bad pass can be a bad pass, and the wide receiver coming in and make the play, right? Like Hendricks say, what they talking about? Talking about nothing. We're talking about nothing. Motos has been on a PUP for a while, brother. Can't even stay healthy during the offseason. It will not work out. Third biggest op after Jair Brown and Jake Brendel. Oh man, I thought it'd be Mac Jones. I thought you'd be on the strawberry train. I thought you'd be on the strawberry side with this, and be like, nah, Mac Jones, dude. Mac Jones would be your biggest op. I genuinely believe like you two would be on the same page on that. But Gross Motos, man, he's a guy. I believe in him, and I know you have every right to doubt him. You have every right with all the injuries he's constantly going through. Like, he's beyond injury prone, like it seems. But give him one last chance. Just give him one last chance. That's all that I ask. Okay. Jair Brown, right, has looked terrible. So you've been right about Jair Brown. Jake Brendel, you're of course right about him. But give Gross Motos just one opportunity to prove himself. He can do it. Let's trade him to the Packers for Romeo Doubs. They need an edge rusher. Hey, they might trade for Trey Hendrickson because Trey Hendrickson got the Bengals have approved his trade request, and they're actually looking for people to trade him. So they're finally doing that. The Packers, on another note, they probably should trade for him. Packers should trade for him. Lions should trade for him. I honestly think those two teams should trade for him the most. He shouldn't go to a team that's rebuilding. Shouldn't go to the Patriots. I've heard that name. Shouldn't go to the Raiders right now. Browns, no, they're not competing yet. Maybe next year. he has to go to a contender. He has to go to a team with potential to be a contender. And Packers, even though I don't believe in them this year, there's potential, especially if they get a pass rusher. Because that's their biggest need. If I remember going to the draft, and they didn't address it. And the Lions, I think the Lions is probably the best spot for Trey Hendrickson, but that's a whole other conversation. I do think this is apparently a hot take, but I think the Bengals miss the playoffs again because I just think the Bengals don't have a defense, and if they don't have Trey Hendrickson out there, they're worse. They have gotten worse. So Trey Hendrickson is not. If Trey Hendrickson is not there, the Bengals are not going to make the playoffs. Hold me to it. They're not making it. Yeah, he's a scheme fit. Let's see if he stays. He's a scheme fit. Let's see if he stays healthy. And with Saleh can work with YGM. I do understand your frustration, though, Juan. 110%, man. I understand where he's coming from, but the scheme, he fits perfectly. If Mikael Williams is the prototype on the D-line of what Robert Saleh wants, Gross Matos is the perfect fit. He's a scheme fit. I will give him that, but he's got to prove that he can have potential. And so far, I don't like anything he is. He can do it. Give him a chance. Come on. Give him a chance. A cool trade with Jack Jones is called the fans that are all of a sudden Niner fans really are just Mac Jones fans. It's fucking weird. I mean, really, Mac Jones? Come on, Mac Jones, man. Like you're banging, like you're just like you guys hear your Strawberries. Like, do you guys hear yourself? Mac Jones. Oh my God. There is people that's hyping up Mac Jones a little too much. That is true. Don't throw my question aside. How many kickers will cost their team games this year? Like 10 or more? I do know this, that if their kicker costs them games, they go out and they get a new one. They go out and they get a new one. Unless they win Super Bowls. Unless they win Super Bowls. All right? Trash teams will keep trash kickers on their roster. So, yeah, we're a team that needs to contend for a Super Bowl. And instead of keeping the guy, Greg Joseph, who won the kicking competition based on the reps, we get rid of him and keep Jake Moody instead. See what I mean? How that doesn't make sense? It's not like we're just stuck with Jake Moody. It's like we approach the issue and then said, screw it, we're going to keep Jake Moody anyway, even though Greg Joseph won the kicking competition. If a kicker costs you games, you get rid of him. If they cost you games and you bring in a kicking competition and the other kicker wins the kicking competition, except for the guy who cost you games, you get rid of the guy who cost you games, you keep the guy who won the kicking competition. We're doing the opposite of that. Also, hot take, Packers will miss the playoffs. I have the Rams as a 7th seed and will, with an 11-6 record, the NFC will be a gauntlet. Man. It just depends if Stafford doesn't play, because I've heard there's a potential that he might actually have season-ending surgery. So I saw a Rams content creator bring it up. Like apparently he heard that it's on the table that he might have season-ending surgery for his spine. If that's the case, that's definitely over. Jimmy Garoppolo, Benson is not. Is it Benson? What's his name? Stenson Benson or something like that? I don't know. The Georgia quarterback guy who's like 30 years old. He's not saving the Rams. And I'm seeing Rams fans. I'm seeing Rams fans in comment sections being like, Jimmy Garoppolo can do it. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to save us. We're going to win. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Stop doing drugs. Get some help. All right? Like, he's not going to save you. Stenson Bennett. Thank you. Stenson Bennett. Appreciate you, Crazy Juice. Thank you. I was like, it's not Benson. It's something else. But I got Benson Boone apparently on the mind, I guess. But Stenson Bennett is not going to save that team. If Matthew Stafford doesn't play, or if he does play, injures his back again, and they miss a lot of games, this Rams team will only go as far as Matthew Stafford goes. Matthew Stafford is out. You have Jimmy Garoppolo as your starter. You're only going to win. You're going to win games. Like, I don't think it's impossible to win games, but you're not going to win enough games to make the playoffs or win the division. right? Or be competitive for the division at that. So that Rams team's on thin ice. I really don't know what's going on with Matthew Stafford. So every time I make predictions or do a video or play games or something like that, I always have a disclaimer and I say, if Matthew Stafford starts, this is what's going to happen. But yeah, if Matthew Stafford starts 11-6 record, seems about fair. Stafford not making it 4 games. It's possible. If he's having back issues now, he's 1 sack away from ending it all. Rams will have a rough start like the last 2 years, but Stafford should come back and light it up, in my opinion. We'll see, man. If you guys know this, man, him healthy in the season, I've made a video on it. I think he's the 5th best quarterback in the league, in the NFL. I think he's number 5. So I do think that if he comes back, and then they're good. But, I mean, if his back is as bad as they say, man, he's just 1 bad sack away from it being over. No matter how tough he is, it's his back. Yeah, it's his back. It's bad. The back injuries are no joke. No, if Stafford's out for the year, the Rams season is over. But my prediction is based on him coming back. A lot of Rams fans, though, are saying like, "Oh, Stetson Bennett's going to be he's our future quarterback. He's set up for the future. He's gonna replace Matthew Stafford." Like, they're in denial right now. They're absolutely in denial right now. Yes, he will lose them games. He will not be good. And they will not win in the playoffs because they aren't going to be able to win the playoffs with Jimmy G only throwing 8 passes, 1 game defenses. Yeah, that's one thing Kyle Shanahan's better at is making those run plays. And I don't think the Rams have a running back by committee to actually be able to do that. Kyle Williams is good, but sometimes Kyle Williams has bad games. Sometimes he plays good, sometimes he plays bad. Trade offer. Trade all-pro talent Max Jones to the Rams for Jared Verse, Puka Nacua, and a first-round pick. Who says no? Larry Krueger. Larry Krueger would say no. He's not doing that deal. You're trading a franchise quarterback, okay? You're trading a franchise quarterback who's still like, 26, 27 years old for Jared Verse, who had 1 good year, Puka Nacua, who's probably going to have a bad year this year, and that first-round pick is probably not going to be like, a 19th overall pick? No, man. You can't trade a franchise quarterback, okay, for what-if pieces. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and jump into the quiz, guys. Let's do the quiz real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Hopefully you guys studied up. Hopefully you guys have studied up. Let's do it. This is going to be crazy difficult. Let me drink some coffee real quick. Oh, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. It's not as good as it was. I agree. Grant Cohn would say no. Yeah. I think Larry would too, to be honest. He's the one that's like Mac Jones trained. Like, I think he plays good, but I don't think he plays great. Grant Cohn, Mac Jones is not my bingo card. But you're not surprised. Though, right? All right. All right, we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes to do this. And what this is Matt Urtaza in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome to live, man. Appreciate you. We are at the end of the stream, but before we go, we're going to play a game. Do you know the San Francisco 49ers? Let's find out. Okay? This is a quiz of all the 49ers starting quarterbacks. So if they were playoffs included, I don't think so, because I think the only playoff quarterbacks we've had is what? Brock Purdy, Jimmy Garoppolo, Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith, Jeff Garcia. I think that's it. I think those are only. I get it, and now hey, that's right. What's his name? What's the dude's name? Josh Johnson. That's right. And Christian McCaffrey. So I don't know. I think it's quarterbacks that were confirmed to start that game. So not like a quarterback replaced that quarterback in the middle of the game. It's like, was this quarterback set to start for that game officially? So no, it wouldn't be like, so like, for example, Jimmy Garoppolo was set to start the game against that Miami Dolphins game. Brock Purdy came in. Brock Purdy technically doesn't count as a starter for that game. So it's quarterbacks that were the bona fide starter for the upcoming game. That's what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. We got 4 minutes. I'm nervous. I'm absolutely nervous because I should know these. I kind of cheated. I did a little bit of research, but I've already forgotten. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. Enter player. High school Jimmy Garoppolo. How do you spell Jimmy Garoppolo? Hey, yo, hit enter. I hit enter. Where's the – no. Hey, I hit Jimmy. I know Jimmy's on here. What? What? I hit Jimmy. Where's Jimmy G? Oh my God, you gotta type it right. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So you gotta type it correctly. Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know how to do his name, dude. How do you do his name? Copy, paste. All right. No. All right. Paste. No, that's my no. Oh no. Garoppolo. There you go, Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. Alex Smith. I'm drawing blank. Jeff Garcia. All right. Got Brock Purdy. Joshua Dobbs. Brandon Allen. Brian Hoyer. Good call. Brian Hoyer. Who else we got? Nick Mullins. Hey, there we go. Good call. Who else we got? Colin Kaepernick. That's right. Colin Kaepernick. How do you spell that name, dude? There we go. Colin Kaepernick. Who else we got? Oh, CJ Beathard. CJ Beathard. Ken Dorsey. Wow, that's a classic. That is an absolute classic. Sean Hill. JT O'Sullivan. Josh Johnson. I got 1 minute. I'm running out of time, guys. I need help right now. All right, we got 2007, 2023. What else we got? Josh Johnson. I don't think Josh Johnson was a – nope, he wasn't an official starter. Ken Dorsey. Oh, my God. I got Ken Dorsey in there. I'm missing quarterbacks, guys, from 2005, 2015 to 2016. Who's the quarterback? Oh, my God. I don't remember the rest either. That's all the quarterbacks. Oh, my God. This is poor. We're doing poor, guys. Someone said Tim Rattay. Well, there's 116. All right, someone played 13 games from 15 to 16. Who was that? Darnold. Good one, Sam Darnold. All right. No. Okay. Troy Smith. Running out of time. 24 seconds. Who's the 13? Who's 15, 16? Who's that quarterback? Who was their quarterback in 15 to 16? Oh, my God. Who's that quarterback? I could have sworn it was Colin Kaepernick. Oh, my God. Who's that? Who? Oh, my God. We're going to lose. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Blaine Blaine Gabbert. That's who it was. It was Blaine Gabbert. Oh my God. It was Blaine Gabbert. Oh my God. I was like, this one's obvious. I was like, who was that guy? Oh man. Oh. How do we forget about Trey Lance? For real, dude. For real. Steve Young played in 1999. Apparently he played in 1999. Cody Pickett. I don't remember Cody Pickett. Steve Wenke sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar. But Trey Lance, we should have got Trey Lance. That one, that's embarrassing. I think Gabbert and Trey Lance are probably the most embarrassing ones here. Yeah. Oh my God. Trey Lance played some games, man. Yeah, he didn't get a lot of games in, but he did play some. I don't know how. I forgot about Trey. I knew there was an easy one. I was like, there's one we're blatantly missing right now. Oh my God. We'll see what the quiz stats are. We got 74%. Okay. 56.1% of people got Trey Lance. 37. Yeah, we failed, guys. Steve Young. I didn't know Steve Young played in 1999. I didn't know it was 1999. I thought it was Jeff Garcia. So apparently Steve Young played a couple games in 1999. That's embarrassing, guys. That's Cody Pickett, we get a pass. Chris Weineke, we get a pass. Steve Stenstrom, but Blaine Gabbert, Trey Lance, not so much. Steve Young, I can see how someone can miss that, but 70% of people got Trey Lance. Steve Young, though. Yeah. Average score, 29%. Damn, casuals much. Oh, my God. We're casuals, guys. We're casuals. It's just the pressure of the test, man. Imagine trying to do the Browns. Oh, my God. That would be difficult, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be difficult? What's the next quiz? Seattle Seahawks quarterbacks since 1999. Hold on. Let me try to find other quizzes real quick. I haven't been here during the golden days, but I would have gotten at least 50%. Let's see what other. To be fair, we lost like 35, 40 seconds because I thought you had to hit enter, but no, you had to spell the name correctly or you don't get a pass. So technically we did that. In 3 minutes. Okay. We didn't get the fair a lot of time. Okay. So don't feel too bad, but still, though, man. Let's see. There's other quizzes here too. Football Hall of Fame. Oh my God. In 3 minutes, you got to get 120 Hall of Fame players. You guys want to try that one? I would not have gotten Troy Smith. Whoever said Troy Smith, man, shout out to you. I don't remember a Troy Smith, so shout out to you. There's one where Hall of Fame, you got to name 120 Hall of Famers in less than 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. 3 minutes is not very, like, that's crazy. Let's do that one's a bit hard. That seem a little too hard. Okay, how about this one, guys? 100 plus receptions, San Francisco 49ers from 2000 to 2020. You think we could do that one? I appreciate you, Juan. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that is a lot. Let's try. We could probably do this one. Yeah, so 100 receptions. Whoever's had 100 receptions, San Francisco 49ers, since 2000 to 2020. That one might be difficult. 100 receptions. And it's total with the team. So they could, it just means like in their entire career, do they have that? 100 receptions. So not yards, receptions. Like total in their entire career with the 49ers. So you see how it says 2003 to 2005 to 2014? 119 catches. I actually thought there'd be more. Not gonna lie, but and this is all the way up to 2020. So it's not 21, 22, 23. This is all the way up until 2020. So let's go ahead and do this. I think we can do this. We have 6 minutes. We could do this. Okay, ready? Let's go. George Kittle. Boom. I know Brandon Lloyd for sure. Bam! I knew that was Brandon Lloyd. Absolutely knew. Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis has the most catches. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Anquan Bolden. Oh, is that how I spell Anquan Bolden? Terrell Owens. Oh, I can't spell. Oh my God. Nice. Good one there, Strawberry. Who else? Incognito. Who else we got? George Kittle. Jerry Rice. Is Jerry Rice in the? No, he's not on this since 2000. Crabtree. There we go. Crabtree is a good one. Michael Crabtree. Who else? Antonio Bryant. Nope. I don't know. Who the hell is Antonio Bryant? I don't know who that is. Crabtree. We got Crabtree. We got Owens. We got Vernon Davis. We got Kittle. We got Brandon Lloyd. We are running out of time. Debo. Nope. Because that was before Emmanuel. Nope. We're missing. We're missing a lot of people here, people. We got Brandon Lloyd. Okay. Who are missing? Emmanuel Sanders. Because he was drafted in 2019, remember? So this is 2020, whatever. I can't. Why am I drawing a blank? Oh my God, this is embarrassing, guys. We're out of time. This only goes to 2020. Yeah, just up to 2020. Taylor Stokes. No Taylor Stokes. Randy Moss. I don't think so. No. There's somebody we're missing from 2005 to 2014. Who is that? It can't be like Frank Gore. Oh my God. It's Frank Gore. It's Frank Gore. I was like, that 2005 is just Frank Gore. So that's Frank Gore. I can't believe Frank Gore's in there. I don't think Kyle Juszczyk is in there. I don't think he is. JUS. Copy. Kyle Juszczyk, you're right. Kyle Juszczyk, that's a good one. Roger Craig, no, I don't think Roger Craig was the 80s. Goodwin, that's right, Goodwin. Nope. No Goodwin. John Taylor. Oh, Delaney Walker. Let's go, Delaney Walker. Let's go, baby. What else we got? So we got what? We're running out of time. 2017 to 2020. So they brought him in from 2017 to 2020. Who is that? So we got a couple older guys. This one we should get 2017, 2020. How is it not? It's got to be Bolden, right? I could have sworn. Is it Bolden? It's got to be Anquan Bolden. Oh, because I'm spelling it wrong. Okay. I was like, okay, Bodin. I knew it. I was like, Anquan Bolden better be on there. Kendrick Bourne. That's a good one. Kendrick Bourne, 2017, 2020. Good one. So we got a couple classics, 2014 to 2017. Dante Pettis. I don't think Pettis. No, he does not have it. Who's Brent? I don't even know who's Brent Jones. Nope. No Jones. So far, guys, it's not. We're not doing too hot. We are running out of time. Caffrey. No. Before 90. Oh my God, dude. Okay, so 2000, 2005. Oh, no, we already did Owens. That's right. We did Owens. Yeah, he's not on there. Next shocked Owens is not on there. Mostert. Nope. I don't know who Brent Jones is either. 2008 to 2011, we got Brandon Lloyd in there. We got Delaney Walker. Oh, my God. 1 minute. We're failing right now, guys. 2014 to 2017. That one we should get. Oh, my God. This is not good. I need help. No, it's just 2000s. So 2000 to 2020. That's it. I'm stumped. Nope. Nola Michael James. Yep. I don't know. I think we only got 10 out of 19. I thought 6 minutes was gonna be a good enough time. Oh my goodness. It's not Randy Moss. Already tried that. No Moss. JJ Stokes. There we go. All right. That's one. Someone said JJ Stokes too. So let's see how it goes. Carlos Hyde. Oh my God. I forgot all about Hyde Carlos. Yeah, dude. I forgot about freaking. Someone said JJ Stokes earlier. I could have sworn I typed it in. I just didn't do it right. Good call out. Good one on one with the Stokes and whoever brought it up earlier too. All right, so Garrison Hurst, I wasn't going to get. I do recognize him. I do feel like I should have gotten that. Carlos Hyde, definitely should have gotten Carlos Hyde. Fred Beasley, I wasn't going to get that one. Josh Morgan, I wasn't going to get that one. Kevin, like the only one I'm shocked that I'm disappointed in is these two. Should have gotten these two because I was thinking tight end and wide receiver and like running back was kind of Man. Oh, my Lord. We got a 35% average score. Oh, my God. All right, so it wasn't as bad as the last one. We got these right here. Wasn't it? Kyle Juszczyk. Hey, guys, Kyle Juszczyk. That was a good call out. Whoever said Kyle Juszczyk, 9%. Yeah, we had more time. And we had more time. That was hard. That was actually very difficult. The Brandon Lloyd one, I knew because I remember the reason why I knew Brandon Lloyd was one because I remember that when he came back to the 49ers, and it was like a huge deal when we signed him again and stuff. And then I remember the day that Vernon Davis like kicked him out of the huddle. So I knew it was a receiver we once had that was really good, and then we cut him. So I knew Brandon Lloyd was on there. We still did better than the average. It's true, but I'm very disappointed not getting Carlos Hyde. I did not know that he had more than 100 receptions with the team. And they won 120 Hall of Famers. That's crazy to me. That one's difficult. I appreciate it, man, but I expected better for myself, one, but I appreciate it, man. I think we all did good. You guys had some good ones in there that I did not see coming, like, whatsoever. Like, I was not going to get the Stokes one. There was a couple of other ones in there I wasn't going to get. Yeah. What else? Steve-O said JJ Stokes. Shout out to you, man. I thought Moss would be on there for some reason, or Emmanuel Sanders. But yeah, I knew Bolden was on there. I was like, Bolden has to be on there. And then I was spelling his name wrong with an E instead of an I. So that was fun, guys. That was a blast. There's more quizzes we could do again in the future. We'll in the live. So that's pretty much what at the end of lives what we're gonna do is we're gonna play some games, play some quizzes. I think next live we'll do the Hall of Fame one. See how we do. It's all the Hall of Famers from the NFC. I think it's what it was. We'll give it a shot. I don't expect us to get all of them. Like I don't expect that to happen. But we'll give that one a shot next time. And there's a lot of quizzes on this site. So we could probably go the entire year with nothing but quizzes. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead. So next week we'll have more quizzes, do some more fun stuff and things of that nature and stuff like that. I kind of thought you were Wi-Fi. Like I really did think you were Wi-Fi. You kind of came off as that guy. I'm not going to lie. So good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. But yeah. Next live, which should be Tuesday. I should be going live again on Tuesday, and we'll play a couple games, do some more quizzes, shoot the shit, talk about things on the NFL. Maybe if Trey Hendrickson gets traded, we'll talk about that. But yeah, this was a great conversation, guys. We talked about the game. We're talking about the 49ers-Raiders game for the most part. There's still some things we could talk about again in the future. I don't think we got everything. We didn't talk about Nick Martin. We didn't talk about what else? Nick Martin. We didn't talk about D. Winters. We didn't get to him. Marquise Sigel. What we think of him. There's a few things we haven't talked about yet that we'll talk about later on in the future on Tuesday and stuff like that, and then talk about the game in the future. And then also, guys, on Thursday, this coming Thursday, I'll be on Terradome Show. So the Wolfie and Terradome Show on Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 obviously noon. Eastern time. So yeah, we're back. We're rolling. We're going live a lot now. The season started. It's going to be packed. It's going to be a great year. And it's because of you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for making these lives what they are. Thank you guys so much for being here and just being part of the conversation and playing these quizzes. I truly honestly thought we were going to do better than that. I was like, if all of our brain power together, we were going to nail this. But could have been worse, right? It would have looked really bad if it was just me because I would have only got like 5 of them. So thank you guys so much for being part of this live, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. You guys are truly like what made this experience what it is. And I'm truly grateful. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Wolfpack. And of course, to everybody who watched this later, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe. Be part of the Wolfpack. Be part of this conversation. We grow together, and it's nothing without you. And every single like makes my 49ers heart grow from here to here. All love, fam. I'll see you next video. Bang, bang, not a gang, baby.